What's up, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're talking about a habit so simple, so powerful, you can literally call it the change your luck habit. No, it's not a lottery ticket. It's better because the science proves it works. Let me hit you with some quick stats that should absolutely terrify you in a good way. For the kids, a study published in the U.S. National Library of Medicine found that preschoolers with strong skills in this area were 50% more likely to graduate college than kids who didn't have it. That's a life trajectory shift before they even hit grade school. For the grown-ups, a Spanish university study showed that among adults who lack this skill, 54% are performing below their actual capability. They're basically working on low power mode. 50% see a significant drop in their overall productivity. 20% literally never reach their full potential. They're stuck being the B team when they could be the A team. See, this isn't just about getting more done. This is about changing your life's ceiling. If you lack this one habit, you're basically running with the emergency brake on.
Personal proof. Now, on a personal note, forget the reports for a second. Look at my friends. The people with the big jobs, the big paychecks, the lives they actually love. 100% of them have this skill locked down. And honestly, if I hadn't learned this, I'd be nowhere near where I am today. The big reveal. So what is this mythical, life-altering habit? Drumroll, please. It is the simple yet ridiculously powerful habit of focus, or as we call it in the productivity world, concentration. The power of focus. The legendary Bruce Lee said it best. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. Think about that. You don't have to be a genius. You just need to point your brain at one thing and hold it there. You already know this deep down. When you're truly focused, you learn faster, you work cleaner, and you make fewer stupid mistakes. Your boss and your future self will thank you.
Okay, proving it's important is the easy part. The hard part is how to build it. I've tested everything, and I'm giving you my personal top 3 super easy, actionable methods to forge that laser-like focus. Method 1. The play, learn, work escalation. We're going to build your focus muscles the same way you lift weights. Start light, then go heavy. We start with play because it's fun. We're diving into level 1 of crushing distraction and actually enjoying our lives. I call it the Play Focus Challenge. It sounds simple, right? I'm focused. I game for 8 hours straight. I'm a total master of concentration. But let's be real for a minute. When was the last time you truly 100% loved something? You're trying to watch an epic movie, but you're checking texts every 5 minutes. You're eating a killer takeout meal, but your eyes are glued to your social feed. You're on vacation, watching a stunning sunset, but your hands are busy finding the perfect filter for the gram. The result? You barely understood the movie. The food tasted like cardboard, and the trip felt like a content production assignment, not a holiday. We're all stuck in the semi-focused scam, trying to do 3 things at once and nailing exactly 0 of them. So level 1 is simple, but it's a game changer. It asks you to commit fully to one thing you genuinely enjoy for a small amount of time. I call it the 90-minute movie challenge. Pick a 90-minute movie, a blockbuster action flick, a sappy rom-com, or even a documentary about the life of a houseplant. It totally doesn't matter. And here is the golden rule, the non-negotiable. Your phone, it goes on silent. Its position, face down, or even better, put it in the next room. Jail the distraction machine. Your commitment, no scrolling, no texting, no pausing for an email, just watching the movie. I guarantee you, it will be the best 90 minutes of entertainment you've had in years. Why does this work? Because you stop being a passive zombie viewer just killing time. You become an experiencer. You actually live those 90 minutes. You'll notice the subtle acting, the sound design, the cinematography you always missed. You actually get to get lost in the story. So that's it, guys. Level 1, play focus, isn't some high-level spiritual practice. It's just you giving yourself permission to fully enjoy your own fun. Think about it. If you can't focus on a movie you love, how are you going to focus on a life goal that's actually hard? Start tonight, just 90 minutes. Power down that little black box and tell your brain, dude, this time is mine. You just enjoy the ride.
All right, Focus Fanatics, we absolutely smashed level 1, right? We proved we can focus on something fun for 90 minutes. Now it's time to level up to level 2. Learn focus. This is where we take that commitment muscle and apply it to something slightly less instantly gratifying. We're talking about reading that dry article for class, or finally finishing that dense book chapter you keep ignoring. Let's be honest, focusing on that is a whole different beast than watching a Marvel blockbuster, right? But here's the rule, the non-negotiable one for level 2. You set a timer for 30 minutes. Only 30, that's it. And for those precious 1800 seconds, you have a zero-tolerance policy for distraction. That means no switching tabs to check Twitter, no going down the Wikipedia rabbit hole, and definitely no checking if that Discord notification was for you. It's just you, the article, and the faint, beautiful sound of your brain getting smarter. Why 30 minutes? Because you're not just reading. You're building mental stamina. You're training your focus like a tiny, determined Olympic weightlifter. When those 30 minutes are up, you'll be amazed you held on that long. Let's go get that knowledge.
All right, focus champions, let's be real. Level 3, work focus, isn't about trying harder, it's about being a strategic genius with your time. This is where we unlock what the pros call deep work. Forget that miserable feeling of, I worked 8 hours and accomplished nothing. We're maximizing your output and minimizing the existential dread, baby. Here's the breakdown of why this level is a total game changer. The power of the 45-minute sprint. We're moving from 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and here's why. It's pure science. Turns out 45 minutes is your brain's ultimate sweet spot for hitting that incredible flow state. You know, when time melts away in your productivity machine. For those heavy-duty cognitive tasks, we're talking coding, writing a dense report, or untangling the mess that is your finances, your brain needs a solid 15 to 20 minutes just to boot up and get into the deep zone. The 45-minute rule gives you enough warm-up time to enter that flow, produce some high-quality gold, and then cash out before you hit the wall. It's an effective mental marathon you can actually win consistently. The zero-tolerance zone, eliminating context switching. This no email, no chat, one task only rule isn't about being a drill sergeant, it's basic productivity math. Here's the crazy part, listen up. If you glance at a notification, even a tiny 3-second peek, it takes your brain an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to fully lock back onto your original task. Seriously, that little Slack ping just cost you half an hour of deep focus. By blocking everything out for 45 minutes, you are essentially putting a velvet rope and a bodyguard on your brain. You're telling yourself, no wasted energy on switching. This lets you absolutely crush complex tasks that used to take you all day because you were drowning in interruption debt. This is the level where you transform from a busy person to a legitimately effective person. You're not just moving the needle, you're smashing it. So, to help you start applying this today, where should we focus our discussion next? 1. The tactical setup. How to physically and digitally lock down your workspace for 45 minutes. 2. The priority problem. How to choose the one most impactful task to tackle during your deep work block. Or 3. The context cost deep dive. Let's dive deeper into why those 23 minutes are actually crushing your soul.
Method 2. The microburst plus 5 strategy. Okay, so method 1 is legit, but I know what some of you are thinking. Gemini, I can't even focus for 30 minutes. My brain checks out after like 5 minutes. Relax, I got you. This is our secret weapon for the resistance, the microburst plus 5 strategy, or as I like to call it, bargaining with yourself. Here's the genius of it. You pick that awful, overwhelming task
Set a ridiculously low bar, let's say just 10 minutes, and crush those minutes with laser focus. When the timer screams freedom, you don't stop. Instead, you engage in a playful negotiation with your own brain. You lean in and say, "Hey, awesome job, brain. You totally nailed those 10. Now, can we just do 5 more minutes? Just 5, please?" When that little segment is up, you hit repeat. You're a rock star. One more 5-minute chunk, and then we are done. This entire system works because it breaks down the overwhelming task into painless, bite-sized chunks, constantly tricking your psychological barrier into submission. Before you even realize it, you've clocked 45 minutes of solid deep work, and you haven't even broken a sweat. It's cheating, but it's effective cheating. Okay, let's dive into method 3, the short and block strategy, what I like to call the distraction shield. This one is tailor-made for anyone dealing with a chaotic, open-plan office, or maybe you've got family members who treat your work time like a mandatory chat session. Since the world won't naturally let you focus, we have to strategically force it. The strategy is simple. You set a short, non-negotiable time block, like 30 minutes. Now you deploy the full shield. First, the phone goes on silent, off, or better yet, in a drawer. 30 minutes isn't gonna kill anyone, I promise. Second, the noise. Put on those giant noise-canceling headphones. Even if you're not playing music, they are the universal international sign that screams, "Do not disturb, I'm busy." Third, the people. If a colleague or family member taps you, just hold up one finger, point to your headphones, and politely but firmly say, "Hey, I'm in deep work for 30. I'll come find you right when I'm done, okay?" This method is all about creating a safe, short bubble of time where you are 100% unreachable and unavailable. Start with just one 30-minute block a day, and once you crush that, push it to 2 45-minute blocks. Pretty soon, you'll be known as the focused one at the office, and that is a seriously great reputation to have. The upside. Look, I've given you the science, the personal proof, and 3 actionable methods. The benefits are massive. Better grades, better promotions, better relationships, and a better you. Your focus is the lever that moves your entire life. The final thought, the opportunity. Here is the incredible opportunity you have right now. We live in the age of distraction. Everyone is constantly looking at their phones, constantly multitasking, constantly on low power mode. Their productivity is terrible. By simply mastering this one skill, focus, you will create a massive unfair advantage over everyone else. Their distraction is your chance to sprint past them. Don't waste it. Wrap up. Try one of these methods this week. Let me know which one you pick in the comments below. Hit that like button if this helped you and subscribe so you don't miss next week's lesson on Rise Intentional. Thanks for watching, and go get focused.